curtains half drawn. The morning waits, sunlight caught in heavy drapes, yesterday still on your skin. Your dress resting on the chair, like the night hasn't finished yet. The city breeze somewhere below, cars moving where we won't go. No alarms, no reasons why, time forgot to pass us by. Let's take a late check out, leave the world outside. Coffee cooling on the table, while the hours pass us by. Let's take a late check out, no plans we need to make. Just a little longer before the day wakes. Your perfume lingers in the room like words we chose not to use. Keys asleep beside the door, phones face down, ignored once more. Shadows stretch across the wall, nothing urgent, nothing calls. This moment asked for nothing else than staying still and feeling it. Let's take a late check out, let the noise remain outside. Sheets still warm, windows open, nothing pulling at our minds. Let's take a late check out, let the clock forget our names. Just a little longer before the city calls again. If we leave, it won't be now. The morning can wait somehow. This room knows how to keep a secret better than we ever could. Let's take a late check out, just this one, stay undone. The world can keep on turning when I finish with the sun. Late check out. Just a little longer. Resting on the glass, your reflection slips and passes. Music low, the room behaves. like it knows what we won't say. Ice dissolves inside my drink. I smile and forget to think. Nothing here demands a name. Nothing here feels out of place. These velvet hours fall gently on the skin. Nothing loud between us. Nothing rushing in. These velvet hours stretch the truth of time. No need for tomorrow. We're doing fine. Your fingers trace the edge of light. Every movement measured right. Silence feels like something earned, not a gap that needs to be filled. The bar hums softly in the dark. Every glance a quiet spark. This is not a place to leave. This is something meant to breathe. These velvet hours hold us where we stand. Nothing left to question. Nothing left unplanned. These velvet hours stay just as they are. No need for an ending. No need to go far. Your hand stops just before mine, like you're reading every sign. The space between us feels complete, more than any time we meet. Breath slows down, the room holds still. Every second bends its will. Nothing breaks, nothing starts, just a quiet pulling hearts. We're almost touching, and that's enough. Nothing promised, nothing rushed. We're almost touching, holding the line, right here between yours and mine. Your voice is softer than the beat. It settles gently in the seat. No need to lean, no need to prove. We're already in the mood. If this moment fades away, it'll do so, I'm afraid, because it knew it didn't need to turn into a memory. We're almost touching, that's the design. Not crossing over, just close in time. like you might forget it there. Last song hums beneath our feet. Nothing finished, incomplete. After the bar closes, we don't rush outside. The night still owes us a little more time. After the bar closes, the silence stays loud. This is where the evening finally slows down. Streetlights blink like tired eyes, promises they never try. We walk slower than before, not deciding what we're for. If this ends, it ends just right, somewhere between dark and light. No goodbye, no final scene, just the space we're standing in. After the bar closes, we're still right here. Let the world keep turning, we're in no hurry. After the bar closes. After the bar closes. We sit closer than we planned, but nothing reaches for a hand. The space between us feels intact, like something neither wants to crack. Your eyes move slower than the sound, like you're listening around. Not for words, but something else that doesn't ask to be explained. It's quiet between us, and that's not empty at all. There's more in what we don't say than anything we could call. It's quiet between us, and it feels complete, like a pause that knows it doesn't need to speak. it's quiet between us. Let it stay this way. Not everything that matters needs a sound to stay. The room feels rounder in this light. Edges soften, nothing sharp tonight. Your outline drifts just out of frame, like the night forgot your name. We speak in half-remembered tones. Let the details stay unknown. Every moment slightly bent, perfect in its accident. In soft focus, everything slows. Nothing asks for clarity, nothing needs to show. In soft focus, we let it be close enough to feel it, far enough to breathe. Your laughter lands and fades away like smoke that doesn't plan to stay. We don't chase it, we don't try. This is not a why or why. Time relaxes, shoulders drop. Every thought learns where to stop. If this night begins to blur, that's exactly what we were. In soft focus, hours dissolve. Nothing needs a reason, nothing needs a cause. When the morning finds this place, it won't catch us mid-escape. Just two shapes in quiet ease, letting moments disagree. In soft focus, stay a while. We don't need a sharper view to know we're fine. Windows open just enough. Let the city breathe with us. Streetlight flickers on your skin, like it's trying to get in. Nothing heavy, nothing deep, just the rhythm that we keep. Every breath aligns somehow with the night that holds us now. There's night air between us, cool and slow. Not a distance, just room to grow. There's night air between us, soft and wide, holding the space where words don't hide. Your voice drifts into the dark, leaves a gentle fading mark. Not a question, not a plea, just a sound that lets us be. If we lean, it's barely so. Let the moment choose its flow. Nothing forcing where to go, just the night deciding slow. There's night air between us, and that's fine. It keeps the shape of what is mine. Night air between us. We circle words we won't release, let them stay incomplete. Every pulse is more than sound, in the space we've never found. Your eyes move before your voice, like you already made the choice to let the meaning stay inside, where it doesn't need a sight. Unsaid still, and that's okay. Not everything won't stay like some things stay. Unsaid still, holding ground. The quiet keeps its own kind of sound. Say still, let it be. There's nothing missing between you and me. Glass between us and the street, turning noise into something sweet. Low light bending every line like it's on our side tonight. Your reflection overlaps with mine, two outlines sharing time, not a mirror, not a lie, just the moment double back. In glass and low light, we feel unseen, enough to stay, enough to lean. In glass and low light, everything slows. The world looks softer than it knows. Your hand rests close to mine, close enough to blur the sign. Not a signal, not a test, just a moment choosing rest. If the city starts to wake, we'll still have what it can take. This small frame of borrowed time, held in glass and low light. In glass and low light, let it last. Nothing moves too quickly, nothing has to pass. A thin white circle in the sky, hanging like a borrowed sigh. Street lamps glitter on the wet, like they're trying to forget. Your lipstick on the glass again, a small confession, no amen. We laugh in whispers not too loud, so the night can keep its gown. Under this cigarette paper moon, everything feels almost true. Not a promise, not a vow, just the way you look right now. this cigarette paper moon. Time goes gentle, time goes blue. If the world is far away, let it stay that way. My jacket on your shoulder falls like a curtain in the hall. Your fingers find my wrist and pause, as if listening for the cause. The music drifts a velvet line between your breath and mine. We don't need to name the flame, it burns the same without a name. Under this cigarette paper moon, everything feels almost true. Not a promise, not a vow, just the way you look right now. Under this cigarette paper moon, even silence has a tune. If the world is far away, let it stay that way. Morning waits behind the door, but we don't open it before. This quiet luxury is ours, made of minutes, made of hours. Under this cigarette paper moon, hold the night a little too soon. Not forever, not for long, just until the last slow song. Your shirt collar slightly undone, like the night is having fun. A candle leaves a golden flame, dancing without needing a name. You brush past me soft and slow, like a secret you don't show. The room turns warm, the lights turn thin, and everything pulls inward. I hear the sound of silk in the way you move. Not a word, not a shout, There's no need to claim. We let desire stay tame. A slow vibration in the dark, a match that doesn't spark. I hear the sound of silk in the way you move. Not a word, not a shout, just a quiet proof. I hear the sound of silk when you breathe that near. If the world is calling, I can't hear. Not everything wants daylight. Some things live in low light, where the smallest touch can feel like much. I hear the sound of silk and I let it stay. We don't need an ending. We don't need a name. Golden sparks inside the glass, like a laugh you try to mask. We clink softly, barely hear. The room is close, the night is near. Your eyes shine, then look away, as if saving what you'd say. We don't toast to anything, we just let the feeling ring. Champagne in the dark tastes like slow desire. Not a flame you have to name, just a quiet fire. Champagne in the dark, moving through the night. If tomorrow comes too fast, we'll dim the light. A song drifts in from somewhere far, like perfume from another bar. We don't chase it, we don't mind. We're the only frame we find. Your hand rests close to mine, close enough to change the line. Not a promise, not a sign, just a moment taking time. Champagne in the dark tastes like slow desire. Not a flame you have to name, just a quiet fire. Champagne in the dark, moving through the night. If tomorrow comes too fast, we'll dim the light. Let the bubbles disappear. Let the silence keep us here. Everything we need is small. A glass, a glance, that's all. Shame in the dark, let it linger on. Not forever, not too much, just one more song. A tray arrives with silver shine. 2 glasses, bitters, lime. The hallway fades when the door clicks closed, like the world just lost its code. Your hair still damp from the rain. You look at me like you won't explain. We don't need to dress the scene. It's already on the screen. Room service romance in borrowed time. No crowded answers, just a quiet line. Room service romance, lights turn low. If we're only passing through, let it be slow. A city breathes behind the glass. We let it move, we let it pass. Your knee brushes mine, then stays like a question in the haze. No big words, no perfect plan, just your hand against my hand, and the music from below, keeping everything in flow. Room service romance in borrowed time. The room exhales, the lights retreat, footsteps soften on the street, chairs turn slightly out of line, like they've lost all sense of time. Your coat's still waiting by the door, like the night wants something more. No signal telling us to go. We let the silence grow. This curtain calls slowly, no applause tonight. Just the echo of the evening fading into light. A final drink, we don't finish. Let it sit, let it diminish. Your eyes say what words won't try. This isn't meant to say goodbye. The music thins but doesn't break. It knows exactly how to wait. Some endings only start to show when nothing moves. This curtain calls slowly, don't rush away. Some endings only happen when we stay. If we leave, it won't be loud. No last scene, no curtain bow. Just two shadows learning how to let the night come down. This curtain calls slowly, let it unfold. Some nights don't end, they just grow old. A bar that knows how bodies lean. Lights turn down, space in between. Your shadow brushes past my arm like it's testing where we are. The air feels warmer where you stand. I sweat slowly in my hand. Every look arrives, then stays long enough to almost change. Lipstick on crystal, left in red. A quiet heat in what we said. Lipstick on crystal, thin and slow. You leave it there before you go. Your elbow settles close to mine, close enough to shift the line. but clear, a trace of now that stays right here. Lipstick on crystal, warm and brief, not a promise, just believe. If we move, it's almost still. Let the moment choose the will. Some desires learn to stay by not asking to be named. Your glass waits where your fingers were. Heat still there, a faint blur. The night bends closer, doesn't break everything we hesitate to take. Lipstick on crystal, still in view, a softer line between me and you. Lipstick on crystal, left behind, not a story, just a sign. Lipstick on crystal, low light slow, some things deepen when we don't let go. A half-empty bar learns how to breathe when the loud ones finally leave. Stools turn sideways, floors still warm from bodies gone from earlier forms. Your glass sweats slow beside your hand, quiet circle on the stand. You tilt your head, the music bends like it knows how this ends. In a half-empty bar, everything fits, nothing too loud, nothing to miss. In a half-empty bar, time loosens its grip, every look lands on your lips. The bartender hums an older tune, wiping traces of too soon. We sit where noise used to be, letting silence drink with me. Your knee finds mine and stays that way, like it's got nothing else to say. No apologies, no defense, just the weight of closeness. In a half-empty bar, under low light, your breath isn't near enough tonight. In a half-empty bar, the night leans in, not asking where we've been. shift inside the in-between. Some desires don't rush the door, they wait to be felt, nothing more. Your fingers circle the rim once, then stop like they've decided not to. The room goes thinner, darker, slow. Everything we don't say shows. In a half-empty bar, we stay a while, letting one forget its style. In a half-empty bar, low light close, some nights open by staying closed. In a half-empty bar, still warm, still near. Nothing promised, nothing clear. The clock forgets to move. Blue leaks slowly into the room. Glasses wait, untouched, thin, like they're holding what we won't begin. Your jacket rests across the chair, still warm from earlier air. Nobody asks what comes next. We both know what we haven't said. It's almost morning, but we stay right here. Nothing has to start, nothing has to disappear. It's almost morning, hold the line. We don't need tomorrow, just this time. The bar exhales quieter now, fewer shadows moving around. You lean back just close enough, like closeness is already enough. No plans formed, no words spent, just the shape of our intent. Every thought slows down its pace, nothing trying to escape. It's almost morning, not too fast. Some nights choose not to pass. It's almost morning, low and slow. There's still time not to go. If we leave, it won't be shot. No clean edge, no sudden start. Some endings stay undefined, so they don't ask more of our life. lives close then stays, like rest, not a question, not a claim. This isn't something we explain, it's something we agree to remain. It's almost morning, let it wait. What we have doesn't need a name. It's almost morning, still in night. We're not lost, we're just inside. It's almost morning, clear and near. Nothing promised, but we're here before dawn. We chose to stay. Door closes. Air changes. The bar light stays behind the glass. Our breath turns white as we step past. The street feels wider than before, like it's waiting for us to choose a door. Your coat still carries heat inside, from where we stood, from where we tried. Nothing's said, but nothing's lost. We walk the line we almost crossed. We're leaving without leaving, still holding on. Nothing ended, nothing gone. We're leaving without leaving, side by side, taking the night outside. Footsteps echo and slow down. The city hasn't fully woken now. You glance at me, then straight ahead, like keeping something in your head. No plan to follow, no excuse, just morning air and borrowed truth. What we were isn't what we'll name. It feels too quiet for that frame. We're leaving without leaving. Let it stay, not a goodbye, just the way. We're leaving without leaving, still unsure. Some things last by staying blurred. If we stop here, it's not to end, just letting stillness recommend that what we felt doesn't require a future drawn in heavier lines. Your shoulder punctuation, nothing more. This moment doesn't ask for proof. It only asks to stay on loose. We're leaving without leaving. Morning near, what we keep is already here. We're leaving without leaving. No disguise. We don't close it, we just step aside. We're leaving without leaving. Slow and light, carrying the night into light. Door closes. We don't like door closes. Door closes. We don't rush. The street falls open as we walk. Our shadows stretch, then learn to talk. Windows glow, then pass us by. Like scenes we don't step inside. The night feels thinner than before. Less weight to carry, less to hold. My breath finds rhythm in the cold. Every thought begins to slow. Under streetlights on the way home, everything finds its pace. Nothing chasing, nothing late. Under streetlights on the way home, we don't rewind. We let the night stay behind. Your hands tucked deep into your coat, like they're keeping something close. You hum a line I almost know, then let it go before it shows. No need to fill the space with sound. The city's doing that for us. Each corner turns without a fuss. Every step feels light enough. Under streetlights on the way home, not much to say. Some moments live by fading away. Under streetlights on the way home, side by side. We don't define what's still inside. If we part, it's not a loss. Just different doors we choose to cross. What we share doesn't dissolve. It simply learns to stand alone. Your shoulder brushes one last time, like punctuation soft benign. This isn't where the feeling ends. It's where it doesn't need defense. Under streetlights on the way home, morning still far. What we felt is what we are. Under streetlights on the way home, slow and clear. Nothing's gone, it's just here. Under streetlights on the way home, we don't pretend. Some things stay by not being said. Keys rest heavy on the table, like they finish what they're able. The room holds still, awaiting space. Nothing here I need to face. My coat slides down the back of the chair. The night still clings inside the air. I stand and listen to the sound of being home but not yet found. Lights still off, I let it be. This quiet knows what I need. Lights still off, no rush to see everything that's waiting here. Footsteps soften on the floor. I don't carry much anymore. Thoughts arrive, then take a seat, like they know they won't compete. The clock moves without a sound. Time feels loose, not running now. I breathe out what stayed too tight and keep the rest inside. Lights still off, I don't explain. Something settle once we're in. Lights still off, I stay slow. Let the night, silence is part of the room. If I turn the light on soon, it doesn't change what filled the room. This calm arrived before the switch. that's it. I don't replay, I don't defend. What happened doesn't need an end. It's not a story I retell, it's just the way tonight went. Lights still off, I'm finally here. Not everywhere, just right here. Lights still off, clear and kind. Nothing missing, nothing mine. Lights still off, breath slows down. I don't need more sound. Room exhales when I sit down. Day loosens, comes undone. Fabric creases under my weight, like it's learned how long to wait. The window hums with distant cars, not close enough to feel like let the silence take the lead. Nothing left I need to read. Sitting on the edge of the bed, not going back, not forward yet. Everything I didn't say finally finds a place to stay. Sitting on the edge of the bed, the night fits what's in my head. No one calling, nothing said. My phone stays dark beside my hand. No one needs me to respond. The world can wait its turn outside. I'm not stepping in or out. Breath slows down, shoulders drop. Thoughts arrive then gently stop. I don't sort them, don't decide. I just let them pass inside. Sitting on the edge of the bed, nothing heavy, nothing spread. This moment doesn't need a name. It feels complete without a frame. Sitting on the edge of the bed, no rehearsal, no regret. I don't hold, I don't forget. sleep comes soon, it won't erase the quiet that I learned to place. What I carry stays light and thin, like air I've already let in. This isn't rest, but it's close. A pause the body almost chose. I'm not ending anything, I'm just letting go of speed. Sitting on the edge of the bed, here is where the night has led. Nothing missing, nothing old. Sitting on the edge of the bed, every part of me slows instead. I don't need another road. Sitting on the edge of the bed, still awake but gently fed by the quiet I've kept. I've kept. The room disappears without a sound. Edges soften then go down. The ceiling fades into the dark, like it doesn't need to mark. Sheets cool where my hands rest still. The body slows against its will. Breath finds a deeper place to land. Nothing left to understand. Lights out, I stay here. Nothing moving, nothing near. Lights out, eyes still wide. The night comes from inside. Thoughts pass like distant trains, not stopping long enough for names. I don't chase them, don't collect. I let them lose what they expect. The clock glows faint across the room, a soft green line against the gloom. Time feels less like something done, more like something left undone. Lights out, no demand. Sleep is close, but not a plan. Lights out, I don't try. Let the dark do the work. If I drift, it won't be fast. loosen my grip on time. Whatever comes can wait its turn. I've learned how not to learn. Lights out, still awake. Nothing lost, nothing at stake. Lights out, breath slows down. I don't leave, I don't drown. Lights out, almost gone. Not asleep, but not alone. The room drifts slightly out of frame, like it's forgetting its own name. Edges soften, colors thin. The day loosens, lets me in. My hands feel heavier than before. The bed becomes a quiet floor. Breathe slows down, then slows again. Nothing asking where or when. Almost asleep, not yet gone. I can feel what I'm letting on. Almost asleep, eyes still closed. The night knows what I don't. Thoughts blur into gentle noise, like distant rooms without a voice. I don't follow, I don't mind. They pass like weather through my mind. Time forgets to count itself. Seconds melt into something else. I don't try to stay awake. I don't rush the drift away. Almost asleep, holding still. Nothing left to fulfill. Almost asleep, safe to stay here between night and day. If sleep arrives, it won't surprise. It's been here, just changing size. This isn't falling, isn't deep. Just learning how to almost sleep. No clear thought, no final sound. Awareness loosens what it found. almost asleep, almost gone, still aware, then not long. Almost asleep, no defense, I release what it meant. Almost asleep, breath so light, I don't leave, I turn into night. Smaller when you're near, the dark feels warmer, less severe. Sheets remember where we were, the quiet moves under the skin. My body softens, not asleep, just slow enough to let you in. Your presence settles close and calm, like heat that doesn't need a phone. Sleep takes over, but I feel you. Not in words, in what we do. Sleep takes over, slow and deep, your warmth stays while I sleep. Breath to breathe, the distance fades. No sharp lines, no need to say. Your hand rests where it knows to stay. Not holding on, not pulling away. The night hums low against the bed, thoughts losing where your silence led. Nothing urgent, nothing loud, just being here, just lying down. Sleep takes over, skin to skin, no beginning, no end. Sleep takes over, still and right, I drift inside this night. If I let go, you don't disappear. You stay in the rhythm I hear. This isn't desire needing more, it's rest that knows what bodies are for. My breathing sinks, my edges blur. The dark learns the shape of us. Nothing to prove, nothing to keep, just warmth that stays while I sleep. Sleep takes